Hello and welcome to the Earbones podcast, episode 129. Uno, dos, trace.
No.
Yeah, you multiply 3 by 3.
3 by 3 by 3? That's not right.
Add it up.
Add it up.
3 plus 3 plus 3.
Okay.
What's plus in Spanish?
Plus a.
Pluso.
Pluso. Plussy. Plussy.
We're done. Nope. One of us is wrong.
Plus a.
Placenta. Would you eat your placenta?
Yes.
Not yours.
Whoa, yeah.
When you have a child.
I think if it's cooked right, yeah.
Are you cooking it, or do you get a placenta specialist?
You'd have to go to a specialist.
A placentacialist.
A placentalist. Yes. I'd have to have him do it, and I don't want to see it before it's cooked.
But I'm pretty sure Placentalist opened up for Cannibal Corpse in 2005.
Oh yeah,
pretty sure that happened.
That makes sense. It's one of those things like you don't want to see where the beef comes from.
But now, like, does that mean the Placentalist is going to be in the hospital delivery room? Because,
oh yeah.
Because I mean, you're not going to take it to him because you don't want to see it.
It's like the fish market. You know, they just pluck it out of the sea. And
you mean like the one in like Japan where they're just throwing fish back and forth?
Yeah.
Like down in Chi-Town, like there's nothing even going on here. They're just throwing fish back and forth.
You can go to like the Philippines and like they have people like getting crabs and like the food stalls like on the boat right next to it on the dock, and they just make the crabs and give them to you like right out of the water. It's kind of like that.
So that's what you want. You want a guy with a griddle in the room for you.
He's just flambeing,
yes,
flames and everything.
He's spraying sake in your mouth as you're squeezing your wife's hand.
Sake. Yes, I'm in on all that.
All right, yes. Here's what we do. We have fun here. I'm Brand the Ears.
I'm Stick the Bones.
Stick the Bones. Brian, you got anything to say about this placenta business? Not a thing. Thank you. That's why I bring him on the show. He's a stalwart opinion.
You set the bar so low that I don't feel like I'm not.
No. Let's talk about the elephant in the shirt. This shirt's too small. We can agree.
Yeah.
We can agree the shirt's too small, right?
I mean, it's going to be a cutoff by the night's over because you flex once and it's
no, like it's tight up top, but it's short. Like it's a short shirt.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, like no, that's the bottom.
Oh, well.
And that's not riding up. That's it. That's where the bottom sits.
Well, tonight's visitors might enjoy that. So.
Idiot. Today we're broadcasting from, I couldn't find an Earth with our number in it. So we're at Earth 7192, which has the numbers in there, just not in the same order. That's how numbers work, right?
Yeah.
Earth 7192, its status is destroyed, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Good.
But it doesn't have its last appearance in here, so maybe it was its only appearance. Created by Brian Reed. You probably have this book. First appearance, Miss Marvel, Volume 2, Number 9.
Quick question, sir. How does that Brian spell his name? With a Y?
No, the right way.
Oh. By right way, you mean...
With an I.
Oh, okay.
He spells it the right way with an I. B-R-I-A-N.
All right. I'm just making sure. I was going to have Brian tune in if that was acceptable or not. No, would not. Okay, carry on.
So Y is the wrong way? Yeah. Wrong. By the way, when I snapped you earlier, I spelled it with a Y. On purpose.
You definitely did.
I do these things on purpose. Or brain. If it said brain or Brian with a Y, that's on purpose. In this history, Warbird refused to answer an Avengers call for aid against the Brood and the crew in favor of drinking at the bar. Crew subsequently, that's still not the word, exploded a large stash of cavorite, which destroyed this universe. Warbird was knocked out of that reality and eventually ended up on Earth 616. So... is this like the Warbird? Like
is that where Warbird's from?
This is a Carol Danvers Warbird, I guess. Carol Susan Jane Danvers.
Yeah, she was Warbird for a while.
When I think Warbird, I think of the Celestial Warbird, the villain with the... I don't know if she's a Celestial, but I think of the villain with the headdress. You know what I'm talking about? That Warbird.
Yeah.
I think she dealt with the Starjammers at some point.
Why don't they have a series going on right now?
They did. It was that fucking Cyclops dad
series.
It was great.
Oh, that was great.
It was really good. By the way, if you ever go around to, and this comes up because I'm going through all my collection and putting it in the software again. If you ever like plan on selling books or like just getting rid of books, let me know first because I've noticed. You remember I stopped getting books for a while?
Yeah.
There's about a 3-month period where I don't have books for all the major series I was reading.
Oh, that's awful.
Like late 2014 to early 2015. Basically,
That was a dark time.
November, December, and a little bit of January. I don't have books from anyone.
That's when you bought a car.
Yes. Yes.
Huh. Dark times. Dark times, sir.
Dark times for comics as well, because if I recall, a lot of those series were not very good. There's a few that I wish I would.
How would you know? You didn't read them.
New Avengers ended in that time, and I don't have the last couple issues of that. There's I don't know. That's all I got right now. So there's some more in there. That's all I got for now. You got anything new for me going on? Other than your ectoplasm, you got
I've been working on a
there?
proton pack.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a proton pack, scratch built, because that's how I roll.
And by that you mean you made it out of money from the 70s.
Money from the 70s.
Yeah.
Is that a joke I don't get?
Scratch was slang for money in the 70s. They called it scratch.
Are you sure? It was for the money,
I promise.
not the Coke.
I promise.
Okay. Yeah. I guess.
You go out, you get some, put some scratch in your pocket, you lube up in petroleum oil. That's not how it's said.
What is that? When I think about lubed up oil, I just think of Frank from that Always Sunny when he's got the hand sanitizer all over him and he wants to be pure.
I just want to be pure.
That's great. Yeah, I've been working on that. Been working on that all day.
Has Brian been of assistance?
Yeah. In his own way.
Meaning he's staying out of the way.
He drank a 5-hour energy drink for me.
For you?
Yeah. I wasn't going to drink it.
How do you guys' bodies work? you guys do a mind meld? You guys do a nice mind meld?
We're like Firestorm. We just go together and just turn into the blob.
You know, I don't think Firestorm separated. I thought Firestorm... Well, I don't know about early incantations of Firestorm, but I thought the Firestorm book the guy was like schizophrenic or he was bipolar or something.
I'm pretty sure he splits apart. He's an old guy and a young kid.
Maybe at the beginning. I think he was schizophrenic at the end, or they just couldn't separate.
Maybe they couldn't and he just started going insane because they had two voices.
Speaking of Firestorm,
Yeah.
together.
That's a
I
weird...
was listening to
Tires?
a podcast, doesn't matter which one, and they had a conversation. Now, I have a question I got to pose to both of you guys.
Uh-oh.
What aliens in pop culture do you think you could feasibly beat up? Like, I mean, E.T., right? Like, I kick his fucking ass. Like, I beat the shit out of E.T.
Yeah, E.T. E.T.
I make an example out of E.T. Alf?
I was going to say
Think
Elf.
you could take Alf?
I don't think I could take him. We'd tussle, though.
How pissed off, how many wise jokes is he making while you're doing it? Like, he catches your mouth in his hand and says, tastes like kitty. Like, bullshit like that.
I would pay money to watch him tussle with someone.
Okay, now let's go even farther. What about the Mars Attacks aliens?
I mean, probably not. They got guns.
No, but you're fighting. It's fair.
We just fisticuffs.
It's fair. Yeah.
Their arms are skinnier than mine, so just snap them.
Because it came up because they were talking about alien life, and that if aliens ever came here, there's no chance they would ever be stronger than us. Because if any society or any species has ever evolved far enough to do interstellar travel, there would be no need for any type of strength. So they would have evolved into a form that uses as least energy as possible to move around. They wouldn't need to be strong.
Yeah, but what if they're like bionic? Like they have bionic implants, so they can lift heavy things, but it doesn't.
But there'd be no need to. They don't need to lift heavy things. They have the technology to do it for them. What about the aliens from The Simpsons? Like, they fuck you up, right?
Yeah.
Those things scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been more scared than an alien. What about, and hear me out, that Paul movie? Did you ever see that Paul movie?
Oh, with that's the guy who did Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. Would you kick the shit out of that alien?
Maybe.
Roger from American Dad.
That was who I was just gonna say next.
Do you want that goop on you?
No.
Because doesn't he get beat when he gets hit? He gets like gooped. He goops you.
Oh. I don't know. Is the goop sweet?
We don't know the taste of the goop.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Stan tasted it once on American Dad, but I don't think we know it.
Okay. Well, then that's hard to say. It's hard to pick a side on
What
that
other
one.
aliens are there in pop culture? Did we ever see the aliens in Signs? What do they look like? They just grays? Just look like grays? You beat them up, Brian?
Probably not. Don't they have like psychic powers or some shit?
Telepathy. I don't know.
You can't
It
break
was
telepathy
Bruce
with
Willis the whole time. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for doing that one for us. What other aliens? What other popular aliens are in pop culture?
Predator, alien.
I don't think Predator's an alien. I think Alien's the alien. I don't think Predator's an alien. I thought Predator was just a jungle creature.
No, they're a whole race.
Hey, bear with me. Never saw Predator. So how's that playing into this?
No, they're definitely an alien.
Predator's an alien?
Yeah.
So when you're telling me Alien vs. Predator was basically Alien vs. Alien, I don't like this at all. I'm off board. Off board.
Well, what other?
I know I couldn't beat Predator up.
No. He can go invisible.
I don't know. What's his hand-to-hand action? I know he's good at hunter, but what's his hand-to-hand action? I could beat up Ted Nugent, I think. He's a good hunter. Don't fucking give me the eyes like I couldn't beat up Ted Nugent.
No, it wasn't at you beating up Ted Nugent and being a good hunter.
I mean, if it's all you do,
But does he?
is act like a dumb hillbilly and hunt, you're gonna.
But does
be
he
good
hunt
at
or
it.
just say he hunts?
I'm pretty sure he hunts.
Well, the thing with predators is they hunt stronger prey.
I wish you would say the thing about Nugents is.
That's a whole different story. But predators, they are a warrior race, so I don't think you'd be able to take it.
I'll give it a shot. If it comes down to it, I'll fight a predator. I don't know if I'd fight an alien. They're just hold on. Are there now? Also, bear with me. Never saw any alien movies, so I think we need to do a series where I watch movies that everybody's already seen, and like we watch my live reactions. I think we need to do this. But
I'm in.
Is there any other kind of aliens? Because all I know from aliens is the face sucker. Is that the only thing they are, or is there other kinds, or do they grow differently, or is that just what is that?
There's different kinds. There's runners. Damn it, I can't even remember. Drones. But it depends what the facehugger attaches to what it grows into.
So if a facehugger latched onto a stick, what would he grow into? Scaffolding? Scaffolding?
Yeah.
Just human scaffolding? Alien
boy.
scaffolding?
It wouldn't survive in there. It wouldn't survive in that body.
So what you're saying is,
It would reject me.
what you're saying is, stick would be the human equivalent of an STD to this facesucker, is what you're telling me. Would not be interested.
I'm okay with that. If that's all I got to bring to the table, I think I'm okay.
All right, so we're on record to saying E.T. gets his shit kicked out of him.
Yes.
Alf, I could kick his ass, I think. You said you might have a problem.
I said we tussle.
Although he is hairy, you don't know what kind of muscle mass he gets down there. What if you shave him and he looks like fucking Lou Ferrigno?
Oh, God. Maybe. That's terrifying.
Although he also won't be able to hear at that point.
Um,
Fuck you, that deserved more. Fuck you, that deserved way more. Mars attacks aliens. I think we could fight them, although they piss me off. You just punch once on their fucking head glass and they break. What was Close Encounters? Is that an alien?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Yeah.
Ah,
I haven't seen that in many
I
years.
haven't either.
What
I've never
about
seen that.
what about Ivan Ooze? He was an alien, right?
Yeah, Ivan Ooze would fuck your shit.
He's not using the ooze.
The ooze.
He's not. You have to say it like that too. He's not turning into the ooze.
The ooze.
It's just hand to hand. You got to punch him.
I'm
Although,
sure
would
he's
it do any
slippery,
damage?
though.
Would it do any damage though?
He's just ooze. He's.
Doesn't somebody eat him at some point or drink him or something in the movie?
I don't remember. I think.
No, that's a parody I saw.
Weird.
Yeah, I saw a parody.
What?
Somebody sucked him off, and then he all got, and like his whole body came through his penis, and then they just swallowed.
He does throw ooze on people to turn them into his like crow things.
I know, I've seen that, but I could have swore somebody drank him.
They did can it. Yeah.
So
Yeah, they did can it.
Why don't you can it? You raise your hand if you want to say something. Fucking zoo around here. All right, I guess we talk about some books, right?
Sure.
You have anything else to say about aliens and or cans of ooze?
no. I think we covered it.
Can I say Brian has an untapped bowling talent? I found out yesterday.
Brian also has a complete knowledge of the Predator and Alien universes that I just learned today.
You're just a bundle of not fun.
What do you mean? If you laid out a fucking grinder profile, and it said Master Bowler and Master of the Predator and Alien universes, he's getting all kind of hits.
We offered making an online dating profile yesterday, and he got really
That's
upset.
not something you offer.
You just do it.
That's something you do. And then once you get some reactions back, that's when you say, Brian, you hand it over. You're like, here, Brian, take the wheels. It's like giving him keys to a new car. You don't make him build the car. You don't say, hey, Brian, you're going to go build a Ford. You get him the car, and then you hand him over the keys when the car's completed and safe. So you build the profile up, you get some responses, maybe have a little back and forth, and then you hand the keys over.
I think this could be a fun role-playing experience for us. to,
I have no problem playing Brian.
yes, I think we should.
I will channel Brian so hard.
We are going to make him a profile and act as Brian.
I'm gonna eat ketchup sandwiches for the next week just to
God.
get in character. I'm
Jesus.
very method.
Okay, well, don't get stuck in it. Don't get stuck.
Speaking of rope, I need to talk about these guys. Brian, are you a It's Always Sunny guy? Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, I mean,
None of you guys, though.
okay, and I know I'm on another level also. So, but do you recall the episode? And this is aimed at both of you when they kick Frank out of the bar. Like they go to Dave and Buster's, they're eating steaks, and they kick Frank out of ownership. So he says, "I'm going to make him another $1 million," and he goes into business with D. It's at the beginning when he's trying to hang himself.
Yeah.
It's like his neck is just so thick. Well, when they go to the woman's house and they're selling knives and vacuums door to door, and Frank goes to cut apart that shoe and it slips all over the place, he goes, "Now this knife," and then he gashes his hand.
Yeah.
He takes his briefcase up to the upstairs and then tries to hang himself. Like you hear a crash and then, like the light came down on him.
Yeah.
Think of that thought behind that. The man was walking around with a noose in his briefcase. He brought that noose in the house.
He's just prepared.
Inside of his briefcase. What a fucking maniac.
Wow.
I thought about that and I said that I might just start selling briefcase nooses. Period.
Briefcase.
Just briefcase nooses.
Oh God.
Are you in? Should I buy a briefcase noose?
Sure. You need a good polished.
That's not
briefcase,
something we need to
though.
go over because I don't even read that. I do. It's Vision Director's Cut, but it's
For directors
Do you know
only.
what I'm talking about?
It's just for directors.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It has the scripts and like the pencils in it, but it has 2 issues per, whatever. So you didn't read any books. Archie 23. So you know nothing of what's going on since the wreck, do you?
She can't feel her legs.
Okay, yes. And then in this issue, we learn that I think she has a 10% chance of walking.
Oh, so she's gonna walk in. What? Commit.
No, because they bring a wheelchair in, but she has they said it's very minimal. Like she has very little chance of walking. But all the Riverdale friends, like all of her friends, team up to do the volunteer work she does daily. It takes 5 of them to do all the work she volunteers for by herself.
Oh God! Wow. She needs to get her priorities straight.
And then Archie has like a little breakdown saying like it's all his fault, like everything's always his fault.
I mean, it is.
Kind of is.
It is your fault, Archie.
Kind of is. But then he's like all down on himself, saying like it's not going to be the same and everything. And then at the end we have everybody like kind of gathered around with candles, spelling out a heart around BC. It's like a candlelight vigil for Betty. It's fucking incredible. I teared up.
Is she dead?
No.
Why do you have a candlelight vigil if they're not dead?
It's just in showing like in support, like in solidarity with her. It's how it's supposed to
I'm not on board on that. That don't make sense to me.
be. Okay. Well, you're not on board with a lot of things that make people feel happy and good.
I try not to be.
Punisher number 15. Nobody cares about that either. There's a subway murder.
Oh, Sam.
Deadpool kills universe again. Number 4. If anything, this book's making me enjoy Gwenpool a little bit. I like because she's in here. She's like
Weird?
working. Yeah, it is weird. It's very weird. But she's like kind of. I can't. She's working for like the only team that knows that Deadpool isn't kind of doing this all by himself. But if you recall, he became Ultron at the end of the last issue.
Yeah.
Well, he's just beating ass in this, like as Ultron, and then he goes, "Oh, this head is fucking. It's rough in here," and he pulls the head off. But as you know, the Ultron armor is not really a head,
No.
and it just rips like every bit of skin and flesh off of his head, and he throws it off, and that's basically him killing Ultron. Like he
That's an
beheaded
interesting
Ultron.
way to do it.
Yeah. Yes.
I just can't get on board with Gwenpool's costume. I think that's my hang up with her.
Just the pink and white, or what?
It's not that. It's just I don't like the leotard.
What
Who
leotard?
Gwen? Because she doesn't have pants. It's just a.
Deadpool doesn't have pants. He just wears a belt. Deadpool's the onesie too. He just wears a belt.
Well, no. But I mean, like, how it's cut. Like,
I thought, oh, you mean it's like it actually comes up on the hips?
yeah.
I don't know if I ever noticed. I honestly don't know if I ever noticed.
Oh. Good for you.
Speaking of notices, you asked me to help you come up with a vacation spot.
Oh, God, yeah?
And I spent upwards of 15 minutes looking up Daryl Hall and John Oates cruise lines.
Oh, God.
I found nothing. They did do a cruise in 2007, but as I learned, that's not recent.
No!
I couldn't find anything. They're not really performing anywhere close, and I was looking out. I got nothing. So I'm going to do another week. But you're the longer I thought about it, your idea is awful.
What?
The idea that you're going to go and spend that amount of money for a meal that you're probably not going to enjoy, and your wife's definitely not going to be into it. She's not into it at all.
Okay, what about it? Why is it awful?
Because you're barely going to enjoy it. She's not even going to enjoy it at all. Not even a little.
Don't you just do things for experiences?
Yes.
Well, that's an experience. I could say I did that.
But
you barely had a good time.
You barely dictate your experiences at this point.
What do you mean?
You don't dictate your own experiences.
Why?
Your experiences are dictated from the other side of your marriage.
No. I do what I want. Brian, do I do what I want?
Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on. Commandy Challenge number 8. Nobody cares about the Commandy book. I enjoy it though.
God damn it, Brian!
Oh wow, another book nobody cares about. Mother Panic. Okay, well we're getting somewhere here. Getting somewhere. Well, that's a book you didn't read, is it?
What is it?
Comics number 960.
Nope.
986.
No.
Well, if we recall, there was a mind tick put on Lex, and it was Lex versus Soups.
Yeah.
Super Lex versus Super Soups.
You were excited for this.
I was excited. The thing is, I guess Lex's armor, and I'm sure this was revealed before, but I forgot about it. Basically, his whole suit's made of apocalypse technology. Like APOLKLIPS, like the dark side place.
Yeah.
And I guess the mind ticks that he made weren't made to control apocalypse tech. So if he fired everything, like if he used all of his tech at once, it would overwhelm the tick and shut it down. And that's what ended up happening. And they ended up teaming up and taking him down. I don't know. It was good. But I actually wanted to see an issue or two of Super Lex versus Soups.
That'd be great. I wish they had more drawn-out fights.
They don't anymore.
No, they don't.
It's rare.
They wrap them up in like 2 pages.
This book is actually really, really good.
Generation
remember
Gone.
I told you about it? It's about the DNA sequencing
Yeah.
that altered their abilities.
Yeah, some of them.
She can fly now. He is super. He has. He's like invulnerable. Like he fell off a building, nothing hurt. He got hit with a board, nothing happened. And we haven't figured out the other guy's superpower yet, I don't think. But the army's coming after them now, and they're running. I learned today that I think this is an ongoing.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a mini at
Yeah,
first.
you did say it was a mini.
But I think it's an ongoing now because I saw it's an end of story arc in the previews, and they wouldn't say that if it was a
Yeah,
mini.
they would say end.
Although that doesn't mean that they won't just end the book for no reason because
That's what they do.
to do that.
That's what
stuff.
they do.
You know how back and Brad, don't say anything because you might know a little bit about this. You know how like back in the day you would fuck with people on eBay, like if they were selling something and you'd like just dick with them.
No.
You know, people have done it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be done really anymore
No.
because it's all fucking companies and shit that sell shit on eBay.
Wait. What?
It's mainly like companies and small businesses
how do
that
you
sell on
fucking
eBay.
with people? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, Letgo has allowed it to happen again. Let me run you through some things I've been working on this week. Just for instance, this guy is selling a 30-inch John Cena posable action figure. Okay?
Okay.
And I sent him a thing that said, what is the picture of? And I'll show you the product. That's the product.
Okay.
I said, what is the picture of? He said, a 30-inch posable WWE John Cena wrestler. I said, I can't see him.
What is wrong with you?
He responds, oh, I took the best pick I could. Doesn't get the joke. So we continue. Will I be able to see him if I buy it? Is that how this works? I can meet you somewhere if you are truly interested. Does the fee include seeing him in real life also? Because he's constantly saying I can't see him.
You're really trying to get this guy to get it.
He did at that point. He said, oh, I got you, LOL. If you want to buy him, I can meet you tomorrow after at the Galleria sometime. So, showing no interest, I didn't care. I was hearing it for the joke they didn't get. I said, well, I actually already have a 30-inch posable Superman, and it's essentially the same thing. Thanks. He said, okay, no problem.
He was pretty,
End of one.
What?
I got plenty. What
do you do with your life?
I got too
What
much free
is
time.
your
I
life?
got too much free time. What do you want next? Do you want the, and I'll read you, okay, that one doesn't matter. I have the Dale Earnhardt box, the Charlize Theron May 1999, or the Winnie the Pooh costume.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh costume.
I think we need to say that one for last.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, that's pretty
All right. Dale Earnhardt.
Okay, this Dale Earnhardt thing, this is all it is. It says the Dale Earnhardt box, $150, and it says the Dale Earnhardt gold card collection. Okay?
Okay.
There's nothing in the info. There's nothing. It's just that's what it says. By the way, when I read that at first, I thought it said gold car collection. So I open up. Ah, God needed a driver, eh?
Oh God.
Is the Golden Intimidator car in the box? I'll check when I get home. First off, you're selling it. You should probably know if it's in there or not.
Yeah.
Second of all, acknowledge my fucking Intimidator and God needed a driver lines. So, all right, was curious if mayhap you were making a statement about the box being empty, much like his grave is probably empty because he's still alive and living on an island with an elderly Elvis, parenthetically Eldervis, and Tupac. But let me know. No response.
He really didn't get back to you?
Uh-uh.
You don't even know if it's in the box.
No. They assume I'm not buying it. All right, here we go. Next up. Charlize Theron, May 1999. I assume that's a Playboy, correct?
I would.
From 99?
I would assume.
The info says... Oh, this makes this even better. This makes it even better. The info now just says Charlize Theron, May 1999. Before, the info said movie popularity has increased value over the years. Okay, that plays into this.
Okay.
So here we go. The chat says, what Charlize Theron movie has increased value, is what I asked. And he said, since 2010, when it was priced at $4.95 on Amazon, it's now $10.99.
Oh my God.
So, I said, Atomic Blonde excluded, I'd have to believe bad movies wouldn't increase the desire of people wanting to see her naked. I guess I'm wrong? He replies, if you know why the price would double, tell me. I don't know. I'm just trying to sell it. That means he's on the hook. That means I got him. Tell him why it's increased.
Oh.
It's time.
Oh, he opened the door.
So I continue. Well, she was nominated for Choice Movie Villain at the 2017 Teen Choice Awards for her role in The Fate and the Furious, but ended up losing to Luke Evans from Beauty and the Beast. Perhaps it's that. Maybe teens just caught wind of her. No response.
I'm more worried about this guy trying to flip up a Playboy for $5. Like, why?
No, he actually wanted $10 for it.
Well, yeah, but if it's, I can get it on Amazon for $5, he bought it for $5, and he's trying to sell it for $10.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now this is the one. Okay, here's the picture. Winnie the Pooh costume.
Oh, God.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh. You see it?
It's only $5. That's not bad.
Winnie the Pooh costs $5.
Maybe.
Nothing in the info. Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh costume, $5. My question: is the costume adult sized? Now this is how it all started. This was the first one. By the way, I've been blocked by this user. Just noticed that. This user blocked me, so I could never talk to her again. She said, hell no, it's a kid costume, duh. That set me off. That's what started this whole thing, where I was like, you know what? Okay, it's on. So my response. I once saw a man in an adult Tigger costume at a Def Leppard concert in 2002. Your ad did not specify...
Holy shit. I'm sorry.
I once saw a man in an adult-sized Tigger costume at a Def Leppard concert in 2002. Your ad did not specify, and I wasn't sure if perhaps there was an underground A.A. Milne costume society. Had to make sure. She didn't respond immediately, so I continued. I'm always on the lookout for underground costume societies of beloved childhood fiction characters. She replies, no, sorry.
Oh, that's it?
So I said, no need to apologize, but perhaps place child somewhere in the ad as to prevent this type of adult child costume situation from happening again. Ta-ta for now.
You ended with Tata for now.
I ended with ta-ta for now.
And she blocked you.
And I'm blocked. Just notice that now, by the way.
Oh, my God.
By the way, it's a true story. I did see an adult man in a Def Leppard costume at
No,
Def
it's
Leppard
not.
show. It's a true story.
No.
It's a true story. It was rolled down. He was naked underneath it, and it was rolled down to like right above his balls, like you could see his fucking ass crack and like the top of his dick a little bit.
That's
I was
amazing.
12 years old. Yeah,
How is it staying up?
it was rolled. It was like rolled up, like he pulled it off the top of his body and like rolled it down.
Oh, so it was like...
Yeah,
Oh, my God. Did it have a tail?
yeah, of course. It
Oh,
has
that is the best thing I've probably ever heard. in my life.
Of course it had a tail. What kind of Tinker costume doesn't have a tail? I was honest. If it was an adult-sized Winnie the Pooh costume for $5, I'm honestly in. But when she got smart, and she said, "No, it's a kid costume, duh," got to go into it. Got to launch.
Yeah, like adults can have a Winnie Pooh.
I got to launch into it.
So that's what you do with your life.
I have a little bit of spare time.
Let's all take that in
I have a little bit of spare
and
time.
realize that's what you do with your life.
No, I basically did that in the locker room at the gymnasium.
I'm sure you're just sitting there naked too.
No, I do this pre-naked. It takes a while for the water to warm up, so I'll go turn the water on and then like dick around for a minute, and then I'll play on my phone.
Oh, okay. Wow. Keep doing that. Fun. It's a fun segment.
And everybody got back to me with at least one response, except for somebody's giving away a free pair of like protective ear muffs, like just a headset, like you know the people hillbillies wear at NASCAR races. But in the background there was just like a huge tub of Play-Doh, and my question was just, is the Play-Doh included? And they never got back to me. So
Well, that's a fair question.
only person that didn't get back to me. But that John Cena guy that didn't get it, man. And I actually sent that to you, Brian. I sent the conversation. I don't know if you probably didn't read it, but I sent it to you. I didn't send it to you specifically because I was telling it here, and I didn't want you to know.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I enjoyed that. That Tinker costume. Holy shit.
Iceman number 4. Dakin's in this,
Oh, yeah?
looking fucking dapper and like a fucking gentleman.
So he's alive again?
I don't know. Apparently, he's in this.
I mean,
But apparently, Iceman is running the X-Men school that's in the middle of Central Park now with Kitty. Apparently, he's like helping run it, and one of their students runs away and joins up with Dakin. But look at him,
wow, he is dapper.
dapper Dakin. But eventually, like he says, no, you know, I give my people what they want. You can't control them. And then eventually, Iceman freezes him, and then you know he doesn't chill. Dakin gets pretty fucked off. Goes after him. Little fight here, little fight there. Dakin still being upset. And then at the end, Iceman's parents come, and he finally comes out to them. He finally comes out to his parents at the school. They come to visit.
Oh, they didn't know?
He went to tell them, but like the past 2 times he's went to tell them, like a supervillain has attacked his house.
Oh.
So like anytime he tried to go to tell them face to face, something would happen, and he felt like it wasn't right to tell them over the phone.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
But but when they showed up, he started to write like a text message saying, "Yeah, I'm just gonna come out to my parents for text message. It's safer that way." And I think actually it was Kitty that called him out and said, "You know, that's you being a coward."
Yeah, that's not cool.
But I'm actually liking that book a lot. WWE
I
number
saw
number
the cover.
8.
I looked at it.
The best part about this is after the monster truck that Dean built out of Sasha Banks's SUV breaks down, a car comes along. Dean calls it a clown car. It's Bailey's car. It's like a Nissan Cube covered in all these colors, and she's just in it like fangirling out saying, "Dean Ambrose is in my car. Dean Ambrose is in my car." And Sasha's like, "You're a superstar, Bailey. Stop it." But then this is actually the issue. Dean Ambrose wins the Money in the Bank, and there's 2 really weird moments where Dean says something to Sasha like, "You're really being a lunatic right now" or something. And then at the end, after he wins, Sasha says, pretty boss, Dino. Pretty boss." It's fantastic, though. There's a moment where they look like they're going to escape, but Bray Wyatt's head just pokes down over the windshield. I love that book. Josie and the Pussycats number 9. If you recall, the Archies got kidnapped in the last issue by some, I imagine, a Skrillex cover band. Well, okay. Now, the problem I have with this is, if we're acknowledging that Josie and the Pussycats takes place in the same universe as Archie, as Betty and Veronica, and as Jughead, if we're acknowledging that, why is Alexandra Cabot summoning giant mech creatures and like being like a Power Ranger and a Megazord to fight kidnappers, and then giving one to Josie to ride around to salvage their friendship? Answer that, and I'll show you what I mean.
I don't know. You think you'd hear about it in the other books, you know? I think that'd be big news. Yep. Those are weird Megazord things. What the hell's happening in that book? What is that?
But then, in order to have a villain the same size, all of these Daft Punk-looking guys just combine somehow, we're not told how, and just form a big Daft Punk guy that gets his ass kicked.
Okay, so I feel like you're missing a lot of story in this.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, I read the whole thing. I didn't
no,
just-
not you. I feel like it wasn't put in there on purpose.
I don't get you wrong. The weird part is, I enjoyed this one more than all the other ones.
Really?
Okay, not all. But the one thing about Josie is there's a lot of dialogue in the Josie books, and this one actually had a lot of dialogue with action. Sometimes it's the dialogue is the action in a lot of them because it's a lot of personal, back and forth. But if I'm supposed to suspend my belief that this happens in Josie and the Pussycats, by the way, it doesn't matter. It's in Japan. They're on tour in Japan at the Tokyo Dome.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it wouldn't.
That all makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's just what you remember.
My bad.
I feel like when I go to Japan, I'm just gonna see giant rubber suit monsters just ripping down buildings all the time.
Is Godzilla an alien?
No.
He's an ancient.
Hmm?
He's a kaiju.
I don't know what he is.
He's a kaiju.
I thought he was like a mutated something.
Then what's a kaiju?
I think
Mothra came from outer space.
Mothra's definitely from outer space. Yeah.
King Ghidorah came from outer space.
King Ghidorah is awesome.
Who else came from outer space?
Maybe Godzilla came.
Did
from
that
outer space.
one fucking Kong with the light on his head come from outer space? Is that Space Kong? You talking Space Kong? Is that King Ghidorah? King Ghidorah's three-headed.
Yeah, he's got 3 heads. I don't know a 2-headed one. There are so many monsters. I wouldn't even know where to. There's
Ah!
Kid Godzilla.
Real monsters.
Fuck off. Like, I got it, and I was like, okay, all right. That guy with the fucking eyeballs creeps me out.
Crumb. It's Crumb.
Still to this day.
We could cosplay as the other monsters. You guys do realize this. You're definitely Obelina. Don't even play games.
I'm
You're
fine with that.
Obelina through and through. You got to be Crumb. Are you happy with? Can you hold your arms up that long?
I'll try.
All right. I mean, that makes me Ickis, I guess.
That makes sense.
Just a loud, annoying one.
I didn't say it, but yeah. God damn it, Brian.
Whoa!
What?
Barracuda.
This is what you're bringing. This is what you're bringing.
You love it. You love it. Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man #3. Written by I have to say it. One of my favorite writers currently, Chip Zdarsky. Zdarsky's writing this, and he brings things to the table that I don't think about, but then he does them, and it's like, wow, this feels fresh. This feels new. We have Spider-Man and Human Torch confronting Kingpin over the hacked phones that are setting up like networks of bad guys that wouldn't be dangerous until they're networked together. And they're up in his penthouse, and Kingpin is like being threatened by Human Torch. He goes, "You're gonna what? You're gonna burn me? I'm a human. Like, I'm not a celestial being. You can't just throw your things at me. Like, you could actually injure me. You're not gonna do that." And then he says like, and then Human Torch says, "Well, I'll just burn down all your possessions."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What a dick.
And then like Kingpin security walks and he goes, "These guys just threatened me and threatened to burn down all my stuff. So take care of them." And then Kingpin has like the staff that he like hits off the ground and he turns into like 49,000 like what was Tupac at Coachella?
Hologram?
Holograms. He just turns into a bunch of holograms. And Spidey can't figure out which one's him to hit. Eventually he does. He uses his spider sense. I don't know. But I really do enjoy this. But we find out that somebody's working with J. Jonah Jameson, working for him, taking pictures of. Oh, by the way, you remember how I told you there was the guy in this book who was Tinkerer's brother,
Yeah.
who was like supplying. It's I think retcon now that he's been supplying all the heroes with all their tech. Like he did Falcon suit and everything.
Yeah.
Well, they supply Peter's sister. Remember how I told you that whole story?
Yeah.
Supplied her with like a Falcon suit with like guns that shoot non-lethal bullets. And like Peter's just saying, "We gotta come up with a name for you," but they get into a fight before it happens, so he just keeps calling her Good Punisher.
Good Punisher.
Yes. But they take a picture of her, and the one guy identifies her as being wanted by the FBI because she has all that data inside her bloodstream. So now Jonah thinks that Spidey's hanging out with one of the most wanted in the world. So that's where that news story's going to go. Want to go over one of the books you read? Okay. By the way, are you drinking out of a blender cup?
No, it's for mixing drinks.
Weird. Detective Comics number 963. Some flashbacks to Robin with, what's her name? Is it Orphan?
The one that...
Was she dating Orphan? Were they dating, or was it the other one? No, it was Spoiler. He was dating Spoiler.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it was Spoiler and Robin. Kind of flashbacks to what they were about him before how he's going to go to college and stuff like that. Flash forward to Spoiler kind of taking this meeting with a guy named Anarchy, which I'm not familiar with.
I'm
not familiar with him. But it ends up being a whole ruse that he set up. It was a sting that agents came in, and he ended up taking them all out. And then he's like telling her about like the government and how, you know, anarchy's not just chaos, and he takes them to their underground utopia where everybody's just living and growing. And I don't know where this story's going, but this felt like nothing. It felt empty to me. It felt like it wasn't leading anywhere and nothing was happening. But we do have Clayface staying in the monster, like Clayface type.
Yeah.
Because the doctor says he has to stay in there longer even though the longer he stays there, the more of his regular brain's dying. They need to chronicle how it's dying and how quickly in order to try to reverse it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought the whole thing was he didn't want to.
That's the thing. He says, I don't want to do this
sense.
anymore. And they say, well, you have to, because we have to be able to tell what's happening in order to reverse it.
It's pretty cool they made Clayface a good guy.
And he says, well, what if I can't come back? Like, what if I snap? And Batman says, that's what I'm here for. And they just shows Batman looking down at like this monster table of guns. Like, what a fucking great guy you are, Batman. What a fucking great guy. He's like, I brought you in because I thought you were going to be good, and I think you continue to be good. Thanks.
He's your favorite.
Speaking of things that aren't my favorite, there was a guy at the restaurant today.
Oh yeah.
I try not to get annoyed at hearing other people talk because I shouldn't be listening anyway. The first thing I heard this guy say was, quote, you know, I'm basically like a unicorn of hippies.
That's fun. He's a fun guy.
Needless to say, I wanted to take this guy outside immediately. He said to a kid that was probably 4 years old. By the way, this guy's 30 plus, easily 30
he'd
plus.
have to be.
He's there with this woman and her son, her son had to be maximum 5 years old. He said to this kid, "Just handcuffs keeping you in your socioeconomical standpoint."
What?
What the fuck?
What?
First of all, I don't agree with the whole like baby talk to kids thing. Like, I talk to kids like kids, you know what I mean? Just talk to them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there's a vast fucking margin between baby talk and socioeconomical standpoints. Fuck off. He kept talking about, I just want to live in New Orleans, man. By the way, he didn't sound like that. That's why I heard him. He said, I just want to go live in New Orleans and like fish, and you know, sometimes you have to sacrifice economical standpoints to get the kind of life you want to live, man. Like, if I don't want somebody ironing my shirts, then I'll do it myself. But like, you're gonna sacrifice that.
What a fun.
It's a guy, and this is how I thought about it. It's the kind of guy that every single thing he knows and every opinion he has, he's gonna tell you in the first hour of conversation, and after that, there's nothing. That is the most shallow man you'll ever talk to in your life.
He's just boring.
There's nothing else there. He said, you know, some people, he's like, I might have $100,000 in the bank, you know, but that doesn't mean what if you have a $250,000 medical bill that pops up? He's like, I have enough to handle like what I know is going to happen to me, but I don't have enough to know what might happen. Fucking end it. Go suck on a fucking muffler. Like, I usually don't talk like that. That guy bothered the shit out of me. I've never wanted to fight a man more.
He sounds like a good guy.
I barely enjoyed.
Why didn't you invite him?
I barely enjoyed my Stromboli.
He could tell us about his handcuffs.
I barely enjoyed my Stromboli.
He ruined your whole Stromboli for you.
Yeah. That fucking guy, man. The best part, when they left, she said, thank him for dinner. Thank him for lunch. And the kid says, thank you. And she goes, oh, you ready to go take him home? This guy didn't even fucking drive. This guy got a ride to the lunch. Man.
Why would you thank him there? No.
Well, not when you're in the car.
Oh, he probably sits in the back too.
I hope so. I hope that little kid. No, I don't have that little kid's up front. I actually said when they left, I said, I hope that car flips. He's not buckled in. He flies out, and everybody else is fine.
Just lands back, keeps going.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 18.
How was that? Oh, good.
I'll let you read it. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. I only know I know very little about the Power Rangers.
I don't understand. Like you act like Power Rangers lore is this vast,
It's
deep
huge
abyss.
You know all of it.
It's not.
You know all of it.
It's not. It's about as shallow as
I
your
got
hippie
as
guy.
far as learning how to fucking kick. You understand? Tommy taught me in a karate video how to kick. That's as far as I got.
Fuck Tommy.
By the way, you wanted drawn out battles in books?
Yeah.
Got one in this one for you.
Ugh.
Cable number 4.
I'm tuning in.
To the point where I actually think this book felt very short because the fight was most of it. He's finally fighting. Wow.
What?
What? No, that's the Raven.
Raven's coming out.
What about me? What about Raven?
He's gonna challenge for his hardcore belt.
By the way, WCW Thunder is coming to the network. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. It's coming. He's finally fighting that guy, and I don't know what's happening. I enjoy that book a lot, though. I'm a huge Cable fan, and I think James Robinson is writing that book correctly. And last but not least, Chilling Tales of Sabrina, number 8.
That cover's sick. Didn't we?
No, we did 7.
It looks exactly the same.
It does not. I showed you this cover in the back of the last one.
Oh, okay.
Because Robert Hack is the artist. Robert Hack from State College.
Yeah, I remember now. That cover's sick.
Harvey Kinkle's back to life because Sabrina brought him back to life, but little does she know, her father, Edward Spellman, has come back into his body. There's a weird moment where we think there might be some taboo incestual stuff. Doesn't even get close. He refuses to even kiss her. But her
Disappointed.
her aunts barge in and try to tell her to give them Harvey so they can put him back in the grave. So, to protect her, she ends up like kind of defeating them just by being stubborn and letting Harvey live. But she knows she's going to get punished later. I fucking adore this book.
That's amazing.
There's so much shit going on in it, and it's beautiful. Like the interior art's fantastic. Everything is fucking amazing in this.
Is it still an ongoing?
Oh yeah,
I should get on
it. Just came back. It just came back to an ongoing. It was on hiatus for a while. I have the first trade at the shop if you're interested in that.
Ooh, maybe.
It's in my bin, and it's for me to buy, but I've put the stipulation out there that if somebody comes in to buy, to sell it to them, because I can always reorder it.
I'll think about it.
Let me know. I think it's, I don't want to tell you less than it is. I'm going to tell you it's $18.99.
Okay. I'll think about it.
It might be $16.99, but I don't want to tell you it's $16.99 and then have it be $18.99.
It's okay.
It might be $19.99.
Okay. It's a good year.
For you, it's $25.99.
Oh.
Helping out.
Yeah, really?
You don't know
You
money
can
works.
pocket the extra?
You don't know how money works.
You're right, I don't. No idea.
Brian, for you, $6. What do you got? But that was Sabrina.
Fun.
So I come here fucking stories galore. You guys, nothing. Brian, what do you got? Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
What are we at?
Did great. We are at 50 minutes.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Oh, boy.
So the alphabet's weird, huh? What about the letter A?
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Are you okay?
Was that a spit take? I made myself laugh. So what do you want to do? You just want to do trivia? Or do you think first?
Just a trivia.
I feel like Sevens with Brian is a good time. Because he panics.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot Brian was here.
We'll just do one round.
I legitimately forgot Brian was here.
You can get clues from Brian. One round.
Oh, God.
Superheroes.
Jesus.
Yes. Yes. Superheroes.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Here we go. No alerts. Volume up. right, I'm gonna I'll hold the mic up for you.
Doesn't do me any good. Oh boy. Wait, what's the thing? Okay. Jesus. Words.
What? I can't even remember what he's from. Not at all.
Hulk.
Nope. Mind power.
Professor X?
It's a. God.
It's a what?
Where Superman is. Is it?
Home?
No, like what city?
Metropolis?
Oh, yep. Most Superman can do this.
Fly?
There you go. Loud screaming?
Banshee? Wow. You have no idea who that is.
Nope. Nope. Sorry. Nope.
Jesus.
Your favorite character?
She-Hulk.
Okay, don't say anything else because I want to run through these real quick. I just want to say, I'll say one word. You can get most of these. Did you just say a fucking answer? You motherfucker!
I honestly didn't hear him because I just tuned him out.
Okay, by the way, you got an 11.
Oh.
So right off the bat, just had a movie. Wow, hold on. Rewind.
Okay. Okay, Brian.
Master of Mystic Arts.
Master of the Mystic Arts.
Sorcerer
Doctor
Supreme.
Strange.
Yes. The power of mind, talking with your mind.
Telepathy.
Correct. Superman's home. City where Superman lives.
Metropolis.
Yeah, I'd give you a point for that. Banshee. Superman's pal.
Jimmy Olsen.
Correct. How you got Banshee is still fucking boggles my goddamn mind.
I think he knows what a banshee is. He doesn't know.
You don't know who Banshee is.
That's why I
What
said
if I would have said Siren's dad? Would you got it?
maybe. I mean, it's hard to say now because I know.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're done.
That was ooh, Brian. Ooh, buddy.
So trivia time.
Trivia. Brian, you on trivia?
Brian, you want in? All right, you can answer. You can answer Stick's questions for him.
You can help. Okay, you'll be my phone a friend.
We're on question 1154. Once again, that is 1154. I just thought of us playing rock paper scissors and looking like we're jerking Brian off again.
Literally, it's probably the best part of his week. So.
Literally, I think about that every time we play rock paper scissors now. Every single time I turn to you, I think about it. It makes me laugh. Every
Jerking
time.
Brian off.
All right, the question is, what is Colossus' first name in English? You ready? All right, you win. Do you want the question or am I getting the question?
Oh, I'll take it. I don't know if I know it. I don't know what in English means.
What is Colossus' first name in English? A. Alexander, B. Nicholas, C. Peter, D. Joseph.
Nicholas? I don't know.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
B. Nicholas. Wish you would have given me this question. Your answer is B. It's incorrect.
Good.
What's his name? What's Colossus' actual
I
name?
can't remember right now.
Peter.
Peter.
It's Peter.
Oh! What the fuck? You just... That's a fair question. It is, because it's English.
No, the way his is spelled is like Petor.
Yeah, I'd
That's
still
not in
pronounce
English.
that Peter.
Yeah, but it's not how it's pronounced though, because it's a Russian name.
It's still fucking... Like, you don't change names for...
If it's in English, yes, it is.
No, if I meet a guy from China named Han, I'm still going to call him Han.
It's a different time.
What?
It's a different time now. And by the way, their last names are their first names in China.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I know that happens somewhere around there.
Mulan Fa.
I fucking love Mulan.
Fa Mulan. So,
Mulan,
yeah.
Mulan, your favorite Disney movie? Disney female? I have trouble calling her a princess.
She's
Although
not a princess.
I think at this point, like Disney princess, it's less of what they are and more at what level they're at. Because I think I would consider Mulan to be a Disney princess at that level. But she was the first basically female lead.
Yeah, Mulan's probably...
Like in an action type of Disney movie. I fucking love Mulan. Man.
Mulan's a good movie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you bringing sequels in here?
Oh, hold on. And what?
The guy that she like has a thing for in Mulan. Was he a prince?
No fucking spoilers. I didn't see the second one.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you. Ruined it.
Oh! Barracuda. Oh.
Oh?
Sweet child of mine.
I like this guy. Big fan of this guy. We need more of him.
Okay, here we go. 11:55. My question. Actually, never mind. I'm glad you gave me this one. Who is Cable's father?
Oh, good.
A. Cyclops? Wrong. 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 A. Apocalypse. B. Cyclops. C. Charles Xavier. D. Wolverine. What if Cable's father is Apocalypse?
That'd be badass.
Do you know this answer, Brian? Hey! C. Nope, wrong. B. Cyclops. Correct. So I have 1. Brian has 1. Stick has 0.
Don't fucking remind me. Just jerk off Brian again.
11:56. Here we go. Who brainwashed Jean Grey / Phoenix into becoming the Hellfire Club's Black Queen?
Oh, the old Black Queen.
A. Sebastian Shaw. B. The White Queen. C. Mastermind. D. Mesmero.
Sebastian Shaw.
Brian, you have an answer? You said Sebastian Shaw, correct?
Yeah.
A. Sebastian Shaw is
It's
incorrect.
White Queen.
Correct answer is C. Mastermind.
Really?
You were both wrong.
Huh.
And because of that, I'm going to hold my microphone like Fred Durst.
Oh, boy.
11:57. Here we go. Where did the Jean Grey version of Phoenix first appear? A. The X-Men number 100. B. The X-Men number 129. C. The X-Men number 134. D. The X-Men number 101. I'm not really sure. I'm going to say 134. I want to say 129, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you actually know this answer?
I think.
Don't answer. Brian, what's your answer?
I'll take 101 vote.
Okay.
101, Bob.
All right, my answer is C. What was your answer? I'm going to answer C number
129, I think. Maybe.
C is incorrect. Correct answer is D, X-Men 101. Brian has 2.
What is happening?
Brian
If
has
Brian
2.
wins, no one gets any points for this.
No, I'll have to write his name on the fucking book.
Oh, God.
Then again, he does have a better chance to win because he's getting every question as opposed to back and forth.
Yeah.
It's Brian, though. He needs every edge.
11:58. What about Edge?
Spear?
What if Edge was in your life?
Okay.
What if Edge was consistently, like, you could see him somewhere, like, bent down, like, doing that hair thing, like he was going to spear you constantly?
That'd be terrifying.
Like, he never does. But no matter where you are, he's, like, in a corner hanging off something, like, doing that thing with his hair, ready to spear you. But he could spear you at any moment, but he doesn't.
I would live in constant fear.
Would it not be the most fucking anxiety you've ever felt in your life?
That's probably what actual, like, if I ever get anxiety, it's just going to be that in my head.
Just Edge ready to spear you constantly.
Like, he's just sitting on my roof out there.
Brian, we had a nice conversation last week. Did you listen to the episode at all? Would you like to join in on what a conversation we had last week? We talked about our dad's dicks a lot. Are you sure? I can't even ask you the question that we talked about that started it. When you were younger, right? And you saw your dad's dick, right? Did you think to yourself like, I can't wait, like, yeah, not I can't wait, but oh yeah, when you get older, your dick gets bigger. I'm still fucking waiting. But I'm just wondering if you thought the same thing. So your dad's got a button on a fur coat then.
Have you seen your dad's dick?
No.
Ever?
Never.
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 You've never showered with your father?
No.
Ever.
Never.
Why?
I don't fucking know. I just haven't.
You had to have seen your dad's dick at like a bathhouse. Wrong word. You had to have seen your dad's dick at like a water park. Like you get changed in the locker rooms together. You get a peek of it.
No, I was always like timid and fucking doing it in the stall.
What? Look at your dad's dick.
You walk in.
Dad, I don't want to look at it in public. Get in the stall.
No, I was just always like shy. About
See, Stick said he only ever saw his dad's profile. Same hand, like he did the hand motion too. He said, "I've only ever seen the profile."
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But you never saw your dad's dick.
No.
How? I don't understand how you grew up not seeing your dad's dick.
Not looking at dicks. I feel a little awkward.
Why?
That's
It's not a sexual thing. You're a kid.
It's not a sexual thing, but I'm just saying.
It could be.
have-
I don't know. I think you're kind of like slightly turned on by it, so that's why you never wanted to see it.
No.
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You came from that.
Listen, I look at dongs constantly. What's up?
Hi.
Wait, what's up?
Hey.
You may have misunderstood what I was saying.
I don't think. Look at the whole
Question
picture.
1158. Brian has two. Is for me, right? Which of the following was not a product of the Weapon X program? A. John Wraith. B. Cable. C. Deadpool. D. Maverick. I don't think Cable was part of Weapon X, although John Wraith is the only one that doesn't fit. Maverick.
The old Maverick.
Like, I could see he had his own series at one point, right? Or at least it was at least a mini.
I think it was a mini.
But I can't see it. Like, I can see the name, but I can't see anything else about it. I gotta go Cable because I feel like he doesn't fit. I don't think he was a member of the Weapon X program. No, I don't think he was a product.
But he's got an X on him.
It doesn't matter anything. B. Cable. Correct.
Oh, is that 3?
That's 2.
Oh, good.
Brian, you didn't answer. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say Maverick anyway.
Okay. Okay. And by that you mean John McCain, right? What do you think his dick looks like? Moving on.
Wavy.
59.
Beaten.
Where it probably has an eye patch on. Where did Phoenix commit suicide? A. Central Park, Michigan. B. Professor Xavier's estate. C. The blue area of the moon. D. The Shi'ar throne world.
Okay, well, I know the... I hate Dan. I know the answers. What was the question?
What the fuck?
He giggled.
Where did the Phoenix commit suicide?
Okay.
A. Central Park, Manhattan.
God damn it.
B. Professor Xavier's estate. C. The blue area of the moon. D. The Shi'ar throne world.
I believe it's the blue area of the moon.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Nick Fury is watching.
He's still watching.
By the way, I don't have the last issue of Original Sin.
What happened?
I think it was in that frame. Like I think it was.
I think
like,
you read mine, actually.
I think it was December 2014, and I didn't have it.
Yeah, I think you read mine.
I need to fucking find it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite events ever.
What are you doing?
I don't know. No,
You get a handle on your life.
But the weird part is I have a lot of the books that I wasn't reading. The crossover with Original Sin. Like
Oh,
I bought
God.
all those. Okay, what was your answer? Blue area of the moon?
Yes.
See? Correct.
Yeah, on the
Brian,
board.
What was your answer? What were you gonna answer? Okay. Sorry, Brian. Speak up! Be assertive! This isn't you hiding in a bathroom hiding your dick from your dad. Talking trivia here. 1160. Here we go. How did the beast gain his furry form? A. Exposure to radiation. B. Delayed mutation in reaching adulthood. C. Experimentation by Dr. Carl Maddox. D. Drank his own mutagenic serum.
Ooh, his own serum.
There's 2 it could be there. By the way, your own serum tastes great, right? Okay.
That tastes my brand.
Nothing? Nothing? Don't have an answer? What?
He's talking about tasting his own brand over here, son.
Yeah, it was brand. Your uncomfortable laugh is the greatest. When you don't know how to react and you have that uncomfortable laugh, it fucking makes it. It makes it worth it. Okay, how did the beast gain his furry form? I'm going to say delayed mutation in reaching adulthood. So one of us is winning this.
Oh, boy.
Those are the 2 I thought it was.
Oh, boy.
I think it's a delayed mutation because I know that's actually what happened, but the mutation thing for some reason sounds familiar too.
Oh, God, I almost thought. I think it is that, but...
You think it's drink his own serum?
No. The delayed.
Okay. B, delayed mutation for the win for one of us. Incorrect.
Uh-oh.
Great answer is D, drank his own serum.
Oh,
Brian, you're a champion.
I won!
Champion,
Yeah!
Brian. Woo! Yes! I don't want to write your name in the back of this book.
Don't worry.
Motherfucker.
Oh, he's getting assertive.
Whoa, yeah, too bad he lost his title match.
Throwing your dad dick around.
Wait, you have a dad dick? I thought our conversation was that we never got our dad dicks. We came to the realization that maybe once you have a kid, your dick grows.
Could be a thing. You never know.
Where do babies come from, Brian?
Disgust.
Storks, right?
Storks?
Stork. Yeah.
Is that what you call the birds and the bees? Okay, no.
Well, hold on.
Hold on a second here.
Hold on.
So not only did your dad not have his dick out at any time around you, he refused to sit you down. He refused to sit you down and talk to you about the birds and the bees.
Yeah, he never did. But I do know what they are.
He said they were.
Yeah, they're birds in peace.
He said they were filth creatures. You put bees in the head of your dick when you sound, or what?
Yes. They vibrate. It's fun.
Of the Bumble variety? Wait, there's no way we can be on YouTube with this kind of language.
Yeah, we can. You do whatever you want.
What if he's actually sounding with bees on the camera?
I mean,
I'm not gonna be like beside him.
someone's gonna shove the bees down there. How's it gonna do to himself?
You can shove the bees. I'm gonna be working the camera. and get different- different angles.
I'm not sticking up for this.
What? Why would you? Come on, if he needs help, help your friend.
I'm gonna help my friend move bumblebees down his dick hole.
If that's what he wants and that's what he needs help with, why would you not want to help him?
I guess.
Help your friend.
Why don't you help?
I'm manning the camera. We're making money off this.
I really.
I'm not allergic to bees. Well, I haven't been stung by a bee in a long time, and they say that allergies can change, so I might be allergic to bees at this point. The last time I got stung by a bee, it was the year. Let's count it down. It was probably 2004. So we're looking at 13 years since I got stung by a bee.
That's a good time.
And it was I was climbing on the back of an old truck. I was like weed eating around it, and then I had to weed eat the bed of the truck or something, or I had to get something out of the bed of the truck. And I stood up on the tailgate, and there was like a beehive in the tailgate, and a bee stung my knee, and I fell down out of the truck. By the way, the guy that I was doing this for had one of those mowers, just a push mower that you had to pull the bar in, tied a rope around it, and would drop it down over this fucking embankment he had, and then fucking pull it back up to mow it. One of the craziest men I've ever seen in my life.
That's insane.
He also got electrocuted at work and was laid off for a long time because he couldn't function, and he never slept. So he was just fucking completely wild all the time. I sold him knives and swords.
Oh, that's what he needed. That's what he needed.
Oh, I gotta write Brian's name in this. Fill some dead air while I do that.
You don't have to. He's forgettable. So how's it feel being on the board there, Brian? Oh, why are you throwing shade? How are you spelling this? With a Y?
I want to see if he's looking at me.
Yeah, I am looking. I'm watching. And I noticed it ain't in front of me.
There's fucking designs on it.
Nice, good sharp.
Extreme Sharpie.
We're getting ready.
Just know I could turn that into a Y at any time.
I love it. I
Just
love it.
know that.
Yeah,
That's like Edge waiting to spear you for Brian.
Brian on the board.
Brian on the board.
Wow, the weird part is it looks like a Y without the other one there.
It does. I don't like it.
That's fucking crazy. Hold on.
There you go.
A little better.
Yeah.
Then I just make it at a capital.
Yeah, you just connect it.
All right, Brian, you're on the board. Somehow you fucking won. Whatever. Is that it?
I believe
Are
so.
we done? Yeah. You want to plug all your stuff?
Check out Not So Tryhards Gaming. Link in the description. We got new stuff every week. Till at least November. So we're doing okay.
Let's record some more.
Yeah. Check out Brand, Breakdown Brand, new
2 weeks.
stuff.
It's been 2 weeks.
What are you doing?
Breakdown Brand on Twitter.
Weird. I got new stuff every week. Link in the description. Brian has.
Brian's
a
at
thing.
his house. Want to tell your death?
What? No, I'm good.
And
We gotta have people write you letters like fucking pen pals in jail. Is that it?
Yep.
On behalf of the third chair, that's Brian. On behalf of the human scaffolding, that's Stick. I'm Brand. Reminding you to ask yourself, what would Rick Jones do?